losing their first 3 games, first 3 series in NASL basically, and then winning a couple more after that one. This team is also pretty interesting in general as far as the roster goes, because this is like Return to Form is kind of an amalgamation of like players that were playing on other teams and like good subs and things like that. Now they've come together to make a pretty interesting like main roster, which was hook resets instead of I right here, but I is now hitting it right now as we're going to actually already load up into this game here, though. Everyone taking 1-2 punch except for Obscure Breads, who is sitting on this Finny here. Man, like you said, bloody is it going to be here on Demon Deus, though Moffin has like one of the better Rasmuses here, and like this is going to be another quite good stage for Rasmus as well, so they're going to be pretty happy with this pick. We do see the Vice coming out too from hook resets. Oh, sorry, I actually just totally had everything wrong. Everything in my arsenal here was mostly incorrect, as I was mentioning I on the wrong team. But yeah, we're gonna start off here with Leo Leon landing that first one here. Nicely returning to form, is going to be looking quite good already against Bozo Bunch. Let's see what happens here, as we do have all Magnetized Souls. Once again, like the MVP like starting gear here. Magnetized Souls is like the most buffed and loved awakening, or not awakening, gear ever.
Especially on this map, right? Because you play around the center so much, and it just helps you like dodge abilities and stay alive. I think this is kind of where Mag Souls first started really showing up, was when people were playing on Demon Days, and well, obviously we're seeing it right here now. Drop Leto, the nice bull rush, almost making it. Gonna get staggered for it though, but in the right spot, just barely staying alive to be able to catch that clear and tie up the game as Bozo Bunch bring it 1-1. Point out, Obscure Bread's the only one rocking the twin drive, and Obscure Bread's Finny is kind of a classic pick, and especially on this map, it's very good. Both sides actually have really solid team comps, and this is just gonna go either way.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, this is nothing but damage here, though. Both teams having just an overload of damage as well here, though. I mean, they are not going to be lacking on any of these staggers or any of these kill confirms. Nice walking here with the ball, Leo Leon. Nice. Oh my god, Obscure Breads with the only strike in the world that's going to save this barrier and continues to hold it, and at least gets Leo Leon to spend that flip. Even though they do end up losing the goal in the process, they, you know, taking that flip, playing well enough to take that flip from Leo was best they could do in that situation, though, as the power play was a little too overwhelming for them. 2 here for Return to Form, who is, man, showing up. Like you said before, just being here for Return to Form is like pretty incredible, and I just like love that this team has just gotten together and just synergizing so well.
And they really started to find their footing, for sure, but it's going to take a lot for them to overcome this hurdle and get into the playoffs. And then once they're there, well, that's just going to be a whole nother battle. But right now, they got a bit of good damage. A nice bell ringer, though, from Drop Leto. Big damage onto hook resets. Forces him to back off. CI not quite able to catch up the core in time. It's a barrier gone. Drop Leto, a nice strike to clear that one out there, but hook resets now with the core. I battling over 4, but gets it to Leo Leon, who able to sink it in and Return to Form. They'll take set 1, which could be pretty big for the damage. I think hook resets the, oh no, never mind. Leo Leon's gonna be the MVP on the Centauro. See what pulls up. Heavy impacts and Stagger Swagger, both mightily important awakenings. And then honestly, this might just be a Stagger Swagger pickup for the Zentaro. Actually going heavy impacts. Wow. All in.
Yeah, definitely all in on this damage. Stagger Swagger immediately getting taken there from Drop Leto, which is completely expected. Extra special for Vice. Kind of a nightmare for the enemy team here, though, as we're just going to have nothing but Supernovas all over the place here, though. Obscure Breads decides to hold the pick here for their teammate. I is going to be grabbing that Spark of Resilience. Might of the Colossus on Rasmus, which is fine. It's acceptable. Rasmus will be doing a little bit more damage here, and the size is always acceptable. And finally getting Monumentalist on Finny. That is definitely no joke awakening for this map. If you just have a second to move up and place that ultimate on the barrier like we just saw, it can double barrier a lot of the time. So that is going to be really big for the side of Bozo Bunch here to try to keep that from, or just to keep those ultimates. Honestly, it's going to be Obscure Bread to get those ultimates on those barriers. It's going to be the easiest way for them to take it here. Looking a little bit weak, though. A lot of damage coming out, but still kind of regenerating here. Gets slice and dice, though. Going to lose the rest of their stagger as Dropletto's going to hold the ball as much as they can. I almost makes a great play here, though. Okay, the Firewall Sentry's not going to be placed well enough to grab that one. Hook resets, jumps in to steal that one. Supernova comes out once again. It has nothing to do with that. Absolutely. Obscure Bread strike shots on through, but having a tough time getting it past Leo Leon right now. They do get it over to Muffin Kui, though. And a lot of teleportation coming on in here, though, as we did have the secondary from Hook Resets and the ultimate from Leo Leon. A lot of pressure for little Finny to handle. She does not have a secondary good for that situation, so it's going to be a nice goal from RTF again, taking another advantage in this set.
Yeah, definitely scary builds coming out. I mean, that Supernova is just absolutely punching, and on such a short cooldown now, it's just going to either do a lot of damage or eat up a lot of energy from Bozo Bunch. Nice offense getting going for them, though. They'll get one barrier here, but return to form looking to take back over. Dropletto bull rushing in. Doesn't find much, but able to get it past the pendulum swing here, popping the X Maximus as well. They're looking for the point. Gets it back. Hook resets. Moffin's got a flip for that one. And now in a bit of a predicament. The Supernova coming out here. Doesn't get too much damage, though. Dropletto and looking for their opportunity. Brez with the big finish will be able to save it, but a bad direction. We'll see Leo bring down the first barrier. Now pushing up Firewall Sentry in the corner. Hook resets. Coming back to clear it out, but takes so much damage for doing so. We'll be able to steal the orb here, though, as Leo Leon trying to pressure the top corner of Bozo Bunch's side of the field. They'll bring down that barrier. And now Supernova coming out. Leo with a shot, but it will get blocked away. Muffin down to Hook resets. Teleporting in. Hook resets. Almost able to find it. The flip from Bread saves that one away. And now Leo trying to step back up, but taking so much damage. Dropletto has the X Maximus. Nice save from Muffin with the primary, but Dropletto dribbling. Leo for the bull rush. Leo coming back on the defense. And will hold on for just a little bit longer here, but there's so much damage onto these forwards. They might be going down. Muffin doing everything, but clears it right to capitalizing on the opportunity. Is going to sink it home, and Bozo Bunch will tie it up 1-1.
A great pressure there from Bozo Bunch. It took an hour, but they finally caught Muffin Kui with no cooldowns there and gets it on in with that Cyber Swipe. Good play to keep up that pressure there. Going to start this ball off on to the side of Bozo Bunch, though. It's behind that barrier. They're trying as hard as they can to get this one out here. Lilian does end up grabbing that first little barrier as well. Still a lot more pressure as well, as Muffin Kui is going to keep that one in there. Okay, now the pressure has been sent to the other side. We do have the Monumentalist big finish here just being... Oh, it's the worst, man. There's just sometimes there's nothing you can do other than flip it on out of there. Ooh, really great kill from combo. Then power play is going to result in a goal onto Muffin Kui there, and it's going to be Bozo Bunch. That's a good point there, actually. Was really on point with that 1-2 punch combo to get that kill. Nice one.
And now Bozo Bunch in the lead here. The chance to take the set. We do have some flips coming up right now. Muffin doing a good job holding on to it. The triple take just a little bit too much. The core will get one barrier. Run the goalie slip here as well. Now Bread's over to Dropletto. Bozo Bunch get it around the backside of the barrier yet again. The big finish coming out, and that's a guaranteed barrier just about every time. Flip from Dropletto. Doesn't get the point, but gets a KO, and that'll be enough to thin out the defenses of Return to Form. Bozo Bunch will be able to close that one out, and they'll take a set now. Tying up the game here. Obscure Breads, the MVP on the Finny. See what this draft holds. Fight or Flight, Perfect Form, Deadeye Spec Training. Oh my. What options we have. Holy.
Yeah, the Deadeye Finny is going to go pretty damn hard here. One of Finny's best awakenings for just destroying the opponent's health bars here. Anything else coming up, perfect form onto which is actually pretty damn good on Amy with the Firewall Sentry here. Specialized X, which is just such a good awakening for him, especially with that Bull Rush combo. Explosive Entrance for Zentaro, going to give you basically board-wide presence. Muffin Kui going to be the one to take Fight or Flight, which is fine. I can see Rasmus getting a little more involved here. Hook Reset's taking a 20% more damage on projectiles, 22.5 of course, and a little bit of extra range too. Pretty good awakenings all around, I would say, and it's just the damage will get even stronger. I mean, look how much damage that misdirection did to Leo Leon, about half their health in one shot.
I gotta say, I think Bozo Bunch came out on top in that draft.
Oh, save.
Wow, what a death touch from Muffin. This is why this is the Rasmus guy. right there. But I got it. Yeah, Bozo Bunch came out on top. The Spec Training X and Deadeye Finny. Plus, you get perfect form on I, who already has the 1-2 punch. It's just that's really, really, really scary to deal with. RTF. It could have been a better draft, but Bozo Bunch did a good job denying a lot of good stuff away. We'll have to see. They're fighting an uphill battle on this set, I think. We're seeing the pressure come on right now. Dropletto with the KO, and now I going to the bottom side. Leo makes a save. Oni's blade on the goal line, but Dropletto flips it in. And Bozo Bunch will claim first blood.
That was fair. That was a fair decision from Dropletto there. Sending the ball in, and there's nothing to stop it except for Leon's ult. And he's like, wait. I'll flip for it. Fine. I'll take the goal. I'll flip. And get you that point, absolutely. Here comes the big finish once again, sitting on the goal. And if nothing, it still does the big finish damage, basically to the whole team. I mean, it's just such an incredible tool here. They'll flip for a flip, counters it there, but I ends up own goaling onto that barrier there, trying to defend as much as they can. Dodges it as well. Muffin Kubi gets there just in time to save their barrier here. I looking a little bit weak now, though. Definitely the target of the damage. Gonna grab one of these little orbs, but still needs a little bit of time to regenerate there. Completely out of the play. Hook resets now, looking a little bit weak. The big finish up once again. Basically no cooldown on this, I guess, but now we have a power play here for RTF. Let's see if they can get this barrier, maybe sink one of these goals.
Yeah, we're unable to bring that one down. Forwards in the net for Bozo Bunch. Those Gearbreads will respawn in time here. So look to reconvert now. Muffin getting pushed back just a bit. Hook resets a nice stop there, but I still with the core. It's bottom side, and Dropletto looking to get in position. Leon stealing it away, though. Breakaway to the top side, but doesn't find too much. Can just get back to Muffin here. Dropletto dribbling. He'll be Maximus strike reset to sink it to the bottom side. Getting that red core in overtime. Bozo Bunch now retaking control of this matchup 2-0 on set point.
That was a really good bait there from Dropletto. He kind of dribbled the ball in a situation where you could never actually self-dribble there unless you had a really nice strike reset. And the Maximus is going to exactly do just that. There's a lot of pressure being put on here, but they do end up getting it out there. A lot of players will get double barriered in that situation, but good teamwork. Again, here comes the big finish. Sometimes you can only flip to defend it, and you do. See how long you can keep this barrier alive with the use of that flip, one for each team. But a lot of damage being put onto Bozo Bunch here, though. RTF nicely getting a power play here, and I might be the next one to leave as Supernova's going to load up here. I completely staggered. Gearbreads can't really even defend this much. It's just too much pressure here with no teammates left, and that is basically the Demon Deus like coup de grace. Like, you just want to get those kills, knock everyone away, and then you easily 2v1 that goalie, and that's what Demon Deus was set out to do.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing this whole match. Slobber knocker of a game. See a lot of damage here on Leon, almost getting sent off the map. Hook resets, having to burn the flip to stay alive, but he's going to get KO'd at the end of it regardless. Dropletto taking quite a bit of damage here as well. Muffin with a death touch. Flings him into the goal box, and now it's a 2v2. One barrier gone. Two barriers gone for return to form. And Bozo Bunch looking to make this point, but Hook resets coming back first, and they'll trade two barriers here as well. Supernova coming out. Bread's going to be able to stop that one. Leo still with the core here as it floats back to midfield. Muffin sends it back around in. The defensive sentry there from I. The big finish also getting burnt. But so much damage on return to form. Dropletto X Maximus finds one. He's looking for two. Bull rushes in. There's a punch. A double for Dropletto. And I just going to dribble up the field here trying to find the point. It will be good. Too much for Muffin to handle. And Bozo Bunch take set 3. Now 2-1.
2-1 indeed. We do have Dropletto as our MVP here. One of the better picks on this team to get any kind of stagger or some speed you'd like on this X. Peak performance could be pretty nice here, though, unless you're trying to get some straight up size. Okay, Catalyst, too. Everyone's just kind of knocking heads, so Catalyst is totally fine here. Among Titans, 4 hook resets. I think themselves a little smaller, a little harder to hit, but buffs up that Rasmus and that Zentaro. Size for Rasmus, of course. Why not? Peak performance showing up here for I. They do have Spark Resilience to kind of combo with that a little bit there. Glass Cannon for Zentaro is a little awkward, but could do something. It could do something, that's for sure. Obscure Bread's grabbing stacks on stacks. As the goalie in this game, like, it's a little bit more effective because you're not really in the fray as often. So we'll see if we can get some stacks on there. And here comes the big finish once again. Just making things the worst for the enemy team. But they are kind of keeping up a little bit. They are down a set, even though this just happens basically every point.
And numbers is rough for the brawling in midfield. Is going hard. Looking for the point and night death touch from Muffin. We'll save that one. 5 at a time for return to form. Leo picks up the KO on Dropletto. And a power play. A much needed moment of respite. The big finish coming out. Oh, bit of a missed time there. It ran out of duration. Sent it backwards. That's both barriers gone for Bozo Bunch as Dropletto respawns here. Leo the one now staggered. Dropletto, a nice reverse bull rush into strike to bring the core back forward, but hook resets trying to pass it back to the forward here, and Oni's blade on the goal line and takes it home. Gets the goalie. Return to form. They'll strike first in set 4.
That was nice. It was really tight. I think Obscure Breads might have been able to evade and make it in time, but again, it would have been really tight there. Either way, really great plays from RTF to just put on so much pressure here. Okay, going to get kind of neutralized by that Firewall Sentry. The flip is not going to do too much here, though. Leon, certainly the target of the kill here, though, but still making a solid amount of energy to keep these evades up. Dropletto spending a couple cooldowns to get Leon out of the play, but Mafakui steps up, make sure those barriers stay defended here. Dropletto looking a little bit weak with that flip, going to hit all 2 players here, both forwards here with that flip, keeps themselves alive. The Supernova comes out, doesn't hit anybody here. Leon stays a little weak into the big finish, but not too much more than that. Nice, knocking it away from Leon, not trying to have any kind of strike work here with our flip. And Leon does end up getting the ball once again, but not sinking anything. Now the X-Maximus is certainly going to clean this up, and the power play can happen here onto Demon Deus, and we'll see if they can take these barriers from Moffin. No way they can't. Holy shit.
And Moffin pushing up to the midfield line, just buying as much time for Leo to come back online as they can. They'll lose 1 barrier, and Bozo Bunch are trying to make it 2. Nice shot from Dropletto, gets it there. Firewall Sentry coming out, Dropletto going to the center. Moffin rotated back around, Leo dashing in. Red's flip.
God.
Barely able to save that one away. Now Oni's blade coming out from Leo. Strike 4-1 by Dropletto, though. He'll get that sent back around now. Moffin trying to get it back out. The big finish in the way. Goes back to the middle, and Dropletto with the core on their own side of the field, trying to clear it off. The Supernova comes out, but Dropletto does more damage to hook resets. Doesn't matter, though, because Leo with the core is a surefire way to get a point. Sending that one in and return to form. They're now on set point. This might be going to a set 5.
Absolutely, a set 5 would be even more awakenings here. More damage showing up. Obscure Breads does have 8 stacks away from stacking this stack, so as long as they can keep themselves alive for this point, this will be a little advantage here. Dropletto trying to bull rush something, does not seem to land it onto anybody, though. Looking a little bit weak now, might have to grab an orb at some point or stay at least midfield. So they're going to go ahead and approach here. A flip onto the big finish again is still going to remain pressured here for RTF, though, as we have a nice flip here from Moffin. Another good angle as well to grab a barrier here and keep their own alive, but it's going to be Dropletto to be the one to get that kill here, though. 1 barrier left for the side of RTF. Dropletto does end up regenerating nicely, though, and they're trying to make it so this does not get this set 5, but the power play does end here, and now it's kind of an even situation. In fact, Bozo Bunch is kind of pressured.
Nice play coming out from Moffin there defensively. Staying calm and controlling the core. Get it back to pressure onto Bozo Bunch's side, but a flip coming out from I into the big finish. A bad angle on the release, though, and RTF will be able to recover that and get the second barrier. Pass into Leon, has the Oni's blade into the top corner. Dropletto dribbling it, trying to find a way out of here. Leon is staggered. A strike shot from Breads gets the KO. Crazy. Everyone's getting them this match for sure. As Bozo Bunch on the power play, bring down both barriers. Eye to the bottom side. The glitch pop not quite enough. Quick resets, teleporting up, trying to buy some time. Leo's back online now, teleporting down the bottom side, goes for the shot. Bread's barely able to save that one away. And now Moffin with the death touch, reclaiming possession. Trying to get it past the forwards. No one over there to reclaim it. Leo versus Dropletto on the top. Core flip's got to come out here from Breads. Cyber swipe from I, almost gets it in. Not quite. Now Bread's nice strike shot save. Oni's blade from Leon. Trying to go to the bottom. Core flip from Hook resets to teleport it in, and he'll go to the top side. That'll be good enough for a return to form to take the set. We're going to a set 5 now, and I mean, this is crazy for a double kill comp match. Normally you see one team kind of just outscale the other, but these two have been deadlocked the entire time, and just an absolute grind fest.
Yeah, it's been nuts, and Adrenaline Rush is sort of on the board here though, but we are dodging it just a little bit here as both goalies are first pick. Zentaro deciding to take size, maybe a deny over X, but we do have this Adrenaline Rush landing onto Drop Leto, a little bit of cooldown and possible huge upside on kill here. Okay, hot shot showing up for Hook Resets Advice, which is pretty good actually, just a good awakening in general, gets you a lot of cooldown when you zap the core as well with that AoE here. Spark showing up for I. Actually already has a Spark. Lots of stagger there. I is probably not going to be the one to be falling off the map here, though. Scarebread's getting prime time, and I'm just yelling about these stupid awakenings here. But we do have RTF already taking both barriers and the goal right on through. Just some good damn gameplay. Continuing on here with this next set. And it's going to be really important to see who the first one takes this game, man.
Yeah, Moffin's build is online right now, by the way. This is Uber size Rasmus, so those pendulum swings actually do quite a bit of damage at this point with the might of the Colossus. But everyone's got a really insane build right now. As you just see everyone trading damage and trading barriers as well, focusing on each other as much as they are the core. Drop-Leto getting some good damage here onto Hook resets. I almost finds the KO. Moffin with the barrier. Core flip here from I. They're trying to get it through. Firewall Sentry comes out. Oni's Blade to match it. The Supernova comes out, but everyone is really low on return to form right now. Hook resets might be going down soon. Leo doing a good job holding on the core. Bellringer from Drop-Leto on the defense, but Hook resets looking to be running away, hiding toward the center of the field. Now Leo Leon is hurt. They're hunting for the KO. Looks for the evade, but the X Maximus stays up. Power play for Bozo Bunch. As the Firewall Sentry comes out, core flip from Drop-Leto. That's the second barrier gone. They have an open goal now as he's pushing up the field. Just strikes it in. Moffin goes for the elusive, but it was unnecessary. Bozo Bunch tying it up 1-1 in set 5.
That was a nice play there from Drop-Leto. Really the no mix-up that I'm not going to pass. I'm not going to use any abilities. I'm just going to walk with this one, and you're gonna cry. you're gonna be afraid. And Moffin Kui cannot do much more than just try their best to play around what they could, which was going to be Bull Rush there. Leo Leon just about staggered, absolutely. In fact, Hook Resets is also just about staggered here, doing a ton of damage to return to form, but if you do not confirm these kills, it is certainly way less effective as we grab one of these barriers here. Okay, I spends their time to try to get Hook Resets out of here, but man, it's going to be a crazy combo onto Drop-Leto. They're going to lose all their health in just about one combo here. Misses that barrier here. Moffin could be happy to keep this one alive here. The big finish comes in once again, does grab the barrier, staggers like two different people here. I mean, it's just incredible as how much damage is being exchanged across the board here, though. Nice getting that ball away from the Hook Resets teleport there. Obscure Breads holding the line here. Still both barriers. X Maximus comes out. Leon does stay alive though, and it's another supernova. I mean, this is disgusting.
Still two barriers up for Bozo Bunch. Core flip pass there from I. So nice block from Moffin. Will get the barrier on the return now. Both the forwards on return to form. Very hurt. We'll be able to recover a bit here with the orbs. Nice. Hook resets. A nice place. Thunderstruck will be able to teleport in and open up both sides of the field now. Pass to Leo Leon. Dashing up, looking to take over on the top side, but Breads clears that one out. Death touch here from Moffin. Regaining possession. The big finish sends it back around. Drop-Leto down to the bottom side. Core flip from Moffin. Blocked by the strike shot from Breads. Gets back to Drop-Leto. Has the X Maximus. Can't quite get the core though. Oni's Blade coming out in the midfield. Able to block that one. Dribbling around. Hook resets. Moffin looking for a place to clear, but everywhere seems like Bozo Bunch is there. At the top side, Hook resets the block. Breads with the flip. And that's going to be blocked away. Moffin looking for a way out. Clears it to Leo. A shot to the top. It's perfect. Just a little too fast for the strike shot and return to form. They'll bring it to match point.
Yeah, Moffin Kui is incredibly strong. 193 power here. 1-2 punch. I mean, overtime. Red Bull's absolutely just so much power right now on this gargantuan Rasmus. Well, they do lose a barrier right there. The big fish comes out. The second barrier goes down as well. We're going to have a couple cooldowns here come from I. See if they can grab it in here. Drop-Leto also got the Bull Rush on deck, but they do end up surviving the onslaught of cooldowns for now as the Sentry's going to come in and just make things nearly impossible with the X Maximus. I mean, that combo was going to be super difficult to stop here, though. And we have, oh boy, set 5. This is a tough one here. Again, 4-4 for both of these teams. First set is going to be quite an advantage here. A really great, safe net for the whichever team takes it here. I does end up spending that for them to get us nothing, so oh my god, both barriers already going down here. Moffin has just so much to deal with right now as Leon is just about dead.
Big finish in the way, but they're able to sneak it out of there. I going down the bottom side, gets taken out for it though. Leo still barely holding on to life here as Moffin looking for a way out of this situation still. Get up to hook resets. Red's buying a little bit of time here. Dropletto is falling back on the defense in this power play as well. Core flip from resets. Going to get one barrier. They need that second one as quickly as possible. Leo looking for the strike war, but Bread's able to win that one, but that's a KO. On to Dropletto. Moffin working magic in the goal box as Leo picked up the second one. And a nice save as well. The size coming in clutch to keep the point out. Oh. But Leo going down. It's a 2v2. Bread's with the core. Sets up the big finish in the midfield. Hook resets trying to get through the Supernova. Dropletto black online. Teleporting up to the bottom side here. They're looking to close this one out. Dropletto with the bull rush down to the bottom. The death touch comes out, but it's a bad angle. Dropletto able to sink it to the bottom. A dimer to finish it off. Bozo Bunch taking game one. I mean, what an even matchup that was.
That was sick. That was nothing but action that whole time there, though. Last set, last point, right down to it. Both teams just fighting as hard as they could to keep it together, and that was super even as well. Let's take a look at a lot of this. Oh my god, insane damage numbers showing up here, though. We just have 120,000 130,000 damage basically coming out from RTF here, though. And we have, what is this, 80, 84, like 100, like 120 damage as well, 150, like just 100, so much damage coming out from both teams, and they were playing the roles perfectly here. Lots of kills being exchanged on both sides, and it's just right down to it. It's going to be Bozo Bunch really just taking that one, playing just a smidge better right when it mattered. And that's kind of a heartbreaker here. If you're RTF, I felt like they started out that set like really good. I felt like they started out winning, but I don't know. It's you got to play good the whole time, and Bozo Bunch is certainly no slouch of a team, as this is going to determine who really does make it into these playoffs here. I mean, what more is there to say other than we are certainly going to go to the next map, which is going to be Atlas Lab, the classic. If they survive that one, it's going to be Clarion Test Chamber.
Yeah, this might just be another fight night of a match, honestly, if they just go for it again, but this is Bozo's map pick. That was Return to Form's map pick. And I mean, they performed really well on Demon. Just Bozo came out a little bit more when it mattered in the clutch. And if you looked at like the saves as well, Moffin had like 107 saves to like Bread's 70. And it was just like there was constantly pressure on Return to Form's side of the field. But they did a good job holding it. But I mean, those Finny ultimates make it exceptionally difficult to keep the barriers alive. So moving on to Atlab, what's interesting as well about this matchup is, you know, you have Moffin, who's kind of the Rasmus Kazan goalie guy. He plays a lot of, you know, non-traditional goalies and does them really well. Breads also has a really mean Rasmus goalie. And we saw, and of course the Finny as well that we saw last game. So you know, it's going to be interesting. They have the option to sort of pinch Moffin if they, like, decide to, like, a little bit. Like, he's got other picks, of course, but it's going to be interesting to see these drafts come out because we're going to see a lot of brawlers, and we're just going to kind of see a lot of damage come out, like, by default. The fact that you have goalies who play more damage-oriented characters just means that there's going to be more damage coming out, like, no matter what. So, Big Fish Super Surge is our start. It could be another Zentaro X match, honestly. As we see Return to Form, quickly going to ban the Octavia.
That's fair. Octavia getting banned. You know, I respect the crap out of that pick because it's like you just don't want this this factor to be playing a role here. And we do see Zentaro getting banned as well. They're thinking absolutely not trying to have Super Surge Zentaro without the Second Awakening being strong enough to counteract that one. So respectable bans on both sides. We did see Rune actually banned. Right, we saw Rune banned in the last game on Demon Days with crazy kill stuff. People are really just not trying to deal with. I mean, they kind of are, but not. Like, right, he's picked or banned. We might even see Rune again in this game too, but we'll have to wait it out here. As now is going to be the first pick here for Return to Form. Could be a good pick if they decide to get a little bit of healing on their side. If you have Bozo Bunch picking, you know, if they have that X, could be a lot of damage, but X is also kind of vulnerable to damage in that way too, right? He's like really big, easy target, not a lot of mobility, so gonna have to weigh those odds. Okay, Finny as well for Bozo Bunch. I mean, taking that one away. Spear Breads. Really happy to get this one. Honestly, just good picks so far. That's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be Dropletto, yeah.
Yeah. Looking for midfielders now as the pool still available. Return to form. They've got theirs. Leo Leon not available to play that Zentaro. Is going to go for the Rasmus Kazan here. I'm going to guess that's Rasmus goalie and Kazan forward. I think that makes a little bit more sense. But it could be the other way around, knowing who's involved. But
It
looking for the
could be. It
midfielder
could
here
be.
for Bozo Bunch. We could just see the Vice again. Okay, it's going to be Kai actually for I, which makes sense. You get the extra, a lot of good speed here. More of a core control oriented matchup this go around, I think.
Yeah, looks like it. I don't really see Kazan. Like I know I'm a Kazan believer. Honestly, I still think that character's like pretty damn good, and I know that a lot of people certainly don't think he's super good right now. But as a Kazan believer, I am happy to see him show up here in a game that I'm not playing, just fine. So having Leo Leon probably on this Kazan should be pretty interesting to watch. I think the Kai is a pretty solid pick here as well. Just a good forward, just like really great at helping a lot of the like scoring potential, right? Like you have your Asher scorer, and then it's like Kai the midfield, but Kai the I'm barraging in your face, and now it's really difficult midfield. So puts on a lot of pressure, especially probably going to start out with that super surge. So should be a pretty tough situation for Rasmus goalie. Like I think Rasmus in general is pretty vulnerable to like getting over pressured in a lot of situations. Like he's not a super good close combat goalie. He's got like a lot of good range on his death touch and his primary. And he does have, I mean, the whiplash is great, but it's not always around when you need it. So I think going for a high pressure forward comp for Bozo Bunch is a good idea here.
Yeah. This is going to be a different look from last match for sure. A lot more speed to work with, and I think it's going to boil down to the battle of the midfielders, right? Okri sets versus I. They're both playing based characters who are looking to procure the rock to their brawler as quickly as possible. We saw a lot of pressure on the brawlers and goalies last time due to the damage coming out and how Bozo Bunch was managing to play it. But I think this one's going to be a lot more midfield orientated, which will certainly be interesting to see. It looks like everyone's readied up, so we should be starting. Yep, loading in right now. Let's get into these picks here, and we'll have a gander at these awakenings. So I think it's pretty straightforward what we're gonna see, right? Kazan, Rasmus, Asher, Size, everyone else is going speed. Well, I guess maybe Finny could go. I think either one. We'll see there. It probably be Surge though. I don't know.
I think we'll probably see Big Fish Finny. I don't know how she really
right.
benefits all that much from Super Surge in general, but I keep bringing up the Kazan, but it's like
much.
Yeah, Big Fish Kazan. So I'm a Kazan believer, like I said, but Size Kazan is my true nightmare. So I'm gonna give it to Size Kazan. Okay, hold on a second. We have Kazan goalie. Moffin Kui plays a lot of Kazan goalie, and it does get a lot of extra benefit here from Size. So it's not team player, but Size Kazan is still definitely real. And so we're going to see it in this game. Everyone else playing the roles that we had initially thought here. Super Surge onto Hook Resets and I, both straight midfielders here. And of course, we have our Magnetized Souls all on deck. What is the Slick Kicks? Do they exist? Are they real?
Nope. They're fake. But yeah, I'm not surprised to see actually the Kazan goalie. I think it could have gone either way. So it's cool to see it. I mean, nice dash. I'm often one of the few people who can play this character pretty proficiently on the goalie role, and we'll see quite a lot of crazy saves like that. Both sides opened up pretty early on here in point one. Hook Resets and Leo Leon looking to push up the field now in the bottom corner. Often with a hook, quick leverage back up to Hook Resets here. Gonna pass it back down, looking for the speed boost, but I on the defense as well, covering the top side of the net. Purebred's doing a good job here. Goes for the cross net clear, and Hook Resets is there to capitalize. Burns the flip forward. That's the first point. Going over to return to form.
Purebred's was teetering on that knife's edge there. Could have died to that now sentry drone and could have died to that flip, but somehow ends up surviving both, keeping all of that energy, but ends up losing the point. Either way, it could have been way worse, as one of these barriers is certainly going down here back Oh gosh, it's gonna be a tough situation here, but honestly, top spin was really powerful in that spot to just hold the ball and keep that hitbox out. Really great situation here. Dropletto looking a little bit weak right now. They're gonna have to back all the way up and grab the goalie orb. It's gonna relieve a lot of pressure here for the side of RTF as they're gonna again have the possession of the ball for just a moment here. Dropletto on the front side again, still pretty weak. Probably gonna end up getting KO'd here though. But they're going to focus on getting these barriers, which is probably just the right decision. Once again, almost gets a kill here, though. A lot of pressure. They finally do end up getting it, though, but I is in position to maybe make it happen. Okay, now they're going to try to go for a little bit of stalling action as this power play should result in this goal here.
Got the corner pressure going on. A nice death touch from Leo Leon, but Bread's ready for it. Coreflip coming out here. Dropletto back just in time to block it, though. And won't get very far. Hook resets dribbling on the bottom side. Leo Leon trying to find a way to get back up into the mix. Still 2 flips available for RTF. Burnt here by hook resets. Doesn't find much. Leo Leon with a nice pendulum, but Bread's not quite hit by that. However, a nice teleport. Hook resets able to cure the rock. Leo Leon able to find a way past the defense. 2-0 now for return to form.
Yeah, honestly, really involved game here, right? Like, Size Kazan, really good. Size Rasmus, really good. Size Asher, really good. Lot of great champions, heroes, characters, you know, to benefit here from this big fish. And it's just like a really active game. I think these awakenings that are about to show up are going to be pretty important. Size is kind of a hot topic here in this match, so it's like Demolitionist, maybe just a sweet pick right now. We'll see what happens on this set here, though, as Muffin's going to make sure that this ball stays alive with that strike flip. Oh, man, it's really nice to see that Muffin can play things like this Kazan goalie, because they're so strange, yet I think Kazan goalie does have a lot of potential.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique pick for sure, but there are some very fun things that you can do with it. I mean, I'm sure we'll see a lot of cool tricks from Muffin. Coming out in this match, Return to Form do have the open goal to work with. Big finish from Obscure Breads, but it floats over to Hook resets. Breads got to burn the flip. Steal that one out of there. Hook resets still with the core on the top side as we go into overtime. Leo Leon with the dribble off the primary. Doesn't quite make it to Hook resets, but still keeping the pressure on. I would think he could last to clear it out. Muffin with a nice clear. Leo Leon with death touch down to the bottom, and Bread's not quite quick enough for the triple take. RTF will take set 1. I think Leo, the MVP, on first pick.
Really good example there of how Finny can't super deal with pressure that well. Really great at long-range stuff, but at secondary, it's like 500 frames for it to come out there, so not super good in that spot. And of course, Built Different and Demolitionist and Might Colossus and Among Titans all showing up in the same first draft here, as we can see. A lot of size already being picked. Built Different, first pick, Fight or Flight, Godlike Awakening, especially on Kai. So good, so good. Among Titans here for Hook resets, speed, size. That's everything you could want. Rapid fire for Obscure Breads. More of those misdirections is fine. More size on that because I'm more damage too. Honestly, that might be enough to make some red core here in overtime. And then we just have the... no, that's it. I went over everybody. So good.
And one barrier now getting traded for each side as Dropletto looking to make the push for the second one. They'll be able to pick it up there. Help from the pass splitter. Now the battle over midfield is Bozo Bunch trying to strike back and keep this set alive. Dropletto will be able to score first there. I mean, that Demolitionist is definitely coming in big, not only for the size, but you're getting an extra cooldown as well. And we saw the barriers go down pretty quickly there. Allow Dropletto to get that stuff back to help them score the point. However, I guess paying for crimes right now is going to get KO'd off kickoff.
Yeah, just too big, too close to that edge. It's going to die almost solo to that black hole. And man, Hook resets and Leo Leon were just right there when they needed to overwhelm the Obscure Breads. And that was a really quick point there. Dropletto probably not going to let that one happen again, right, everybody? Right?
Surely not. But on to another point now. Been an absolute neck-and-neck series all day today, really. Both series have been.
Yeah, they've been good.
Strike first with this barrier. Core flip KO from Hook resets. They'll get the second one of the power play. Leo Leon with a core flip dribble as well. It's huge momentum for return to form. though, with a breakaway, is going to get the second, or the first barrier,
Oh,
rather. It doesn't
nice.
matter, though, because hook resets on the return, is able to find it. That secondary, and now return to form on set point again.
That was great. That was great. Hook resets kind of teleported in there with that lifeline to make sure Moff and Kui kept those two barriers, or at least one of them. It was about to be a double, and then right on back to grab the ball, secondary perfectly to get that goal. But while I'm yapping away, we have a nice combo there from Dropletto and I to get a power play here, though. Really great reinforcement from Dropletto to keep that one in there and grab the second barrier. Hook resets pretty fast, but pretty small right here to try to stall as long as they can, but the barrier beam's going to stun everyone and send that core on in there. Dropletto, the size with that barrier beam is just going to be super huge value. Okay, going to have Bozo Bunch taking that next point here to try to even up this set count.
A nice save here from Moffin with the crooked leverage. 0.5 becomes very important here. RTF could take all the momentum with this, but Bozo Bunch could equally even the playing field now. Some nice passing plays in the backfield coming out from return to form. Bozo Bunch trying to get something going. With the barrage and the passport coming out from Dropletto. That's one gone. Burning the core flip here. Dropletto finds a second one. They're going to pick up a KO as well. Giga Blast from I keeps it in the corner. The bread's up to I to the top side. Moffin, what a save with the maddening descent. But I picks up a KO. It's a 1v3 here. Moffin just needs to buy time for a few more seconds. Okay, Leo's back on the line, but the primary doesn't quite land. It'll slip right through the uprights, and Bozo Bunch will secure the set.
That was rough. It felt like Moffin expected Leon to move down a little bit, and so then Moffin could like take the bottom space to try to defend against a pass, and that simply did not happen. But either way, Bozo Bunch will take that one here, and we'll move on to Dropletto grabbing the first awakening here. Actually going to hold out. Stacks on stacks showing up for hook resets here, though. Peak performance nicely onto I. It's just such a good awakening here. The health and the speed. Catalyst for Dropletto, though. That's pretty solid. Specialized training for Leon. I mean, pretty interesting. It'll help some core speed and some kills as well. Missile prop just great on Finny to give you like access to the goalie. Actually, even with strike shot, you kind of have access to the goalie position from your own goal line. And then we just have Moff and Kui taking Spark of Resilience, which is okay. It's fine. Gives you access to sparks, guys. If you didn't know, taking a spark gives you access to sparks.
Feels a little sad that we weren't able to pick up peak performance as I picked that up first, but
True.
Core flip here on the line from Dropletto is going to send it right through all three of Return to Form's members. Bozo Bunch getting the first point, but it's good builds pretty much all around. We'll have to see if the spec trading comes into play here for Leon, if he's able to get a cool edge of the map KOs, especially with that double size. Might be able to chip away at him a little bit. We'll see as it's Bozo Bunch off to the first barrier yet again.
Yeah, I think something to keep in mind here, I mean, not really in mind, but just like watching out for the Catalyst. Oh, okay, we just see our Dropletto hit Leon multiple times there. The Catalyst was actually just stacking up instantly, gave almost all of the flip there. Catalyst might be the MVP as the game is it's just 2 sets in. It almost just started. And the Catalyst is going to just get a ton of value here, a little bit extra flips. Actually going to whiff that one, though. I think we're going to try to keep themselves alive. They end up doing just that. Hook resets gets in there just when they need to. It's not going to have a strike war with Giants. I mean, hook resets is just a little small right now. It's going to have a tough time winning these situations. It spends the flip. Okay, gets Obscure Breads to spend their flip as well. Dropletto backs up to try to relieve a little bit of their pressure to heal up a little bit. I in a good position to get that flip. Finally gets that last barrier here, though. Overtime does end up showing up. Moff and Kui getting the ball on over to Leon, who's a little weak right now, though. If they can just get in a good position to grab this goal and reset this one, they'll heal right up.
And here in overtime, ooh, a Giga Blast almost stole it away. And now I looking pretty hurt. Leo picks up the KO. Pendulum swing big enough to find it. And now it's a power play for return to form. But Dropletto evens it up. Just shoving hook resets off the map. 2v2 here. As both goalies just looking to rotate it around. Nice strike shot pass here to Dropletto. Has the flip available. Burning it here in the box. The Whiplash able to save that one. And now off the black hole, though. Giga Blast from I, but hook resets, controlling it just long enough. Nice save here from Leo. Cuts the pass, but I with the core trying to get it through to Dropletto. Little sneak past I. Blazing pace to get up, but Moffin just rotates it back around, and Leo in position will find the bottom of the goal box. It's 1-1, tied up yet again.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about Finny, right? Is that she really wants to have that forward pressure. And if she doesn't have primary, she can't really do all that much to defend herself. And she's kind of spending the primary on cooldown to just give her team the best chance at scoring. And in situations like that where the ball just rolls right on past her, it's like, oh, well, I was using my primary, I have nothing left. So it's tough to like weigh those resources here when you're playing Finny sometimes. Maybe a little bit of a boys angle here, gonna flip to try to make sure they don't get doubled, but indeed does end up spinning the flip and kind of getting doubled with nice pressure from Dropletto, who's looking a little bit weak right now. They're probably gonna have to, yeah. Okay, that's gonna be an easy kill from that death touch, especially with that specialized training here, though. Giga Blast almost slays Leo Leon, though. Hook resets can't seem to get the ball. They're literally too small to get the ball. Doesn't even have a whole lot of size, doesn't have any size in fact, but it does not lose the ball there.
Ooh, what a save from Moffat! Gets away from the barrage, but dies for it. Unfortunately, Leo Leon not gonna be able to hold it down, and the power play Dropletto will score to put Bozo Bunch up on set point. But it was a crazy play initially. A Bozo Bunch here with a little bit of the advantage to try and take the lead.
Yeah, they've come to play for sure. Dropletto is making a lot of problems for this team. So big, and Asher with that path splitter is just gonna sometimes it really is just a checkmated position here. Scurbred's gonna help keep this ball forward here. A nice pass on down here though. Moffin is spending some cooldowns to keep this one alive. The top spin, honestly, as goalie Kazan, the top spin feels like one of the most valuable tools you have going along with the crooked leverage, because it just has such a long-lasting hitbox, and sometimes it's the only thing that really feels like it's gonna keep the ball alive, especially through things like flip, but barrage is going to be enough to get it through. Dropletto has a flip. It doesn't end up waiting it all out, though, and the opposing team is going to take it, and wow, Obscure Breads from that position is going to get just the perfect angle. Get it on through, and it's going to be Bozo Bunch taking that one. Dropletto, the largest Asher ever right now, is going to be first to take their Awakening.
Big plays there from Bozo Bunch working together. A lot of creation stuff showing up here. We also see the extra special, the Deadeye, as well as a Spark. Will be the Happy Star for Dropletto. So much cooldowns on that pass splitter now with the Demolitionist. Deadeye going over to Leo Leon, who should be big enough, plenty big enough to proc it. So that's a lot more damage here. That Rasmus is actually going to be really scary. Watch out for that hook for sure. One Spark going over to I as a deny. Moffin's going to pick up the hot shot instead, which is really good on Kazan. Red's going for the Monumentalist again as the Finny. So we might see more of that big finish. But yeah, I'm really watching Leo Leon here. He could get some really sneaky hooks and just yoink someone off the edge.
Yeah, it'll definitely, doing so much more damage here. They can actually just hook from about, they could probably hook somebody at like 25% health. It'll probably clear their health bar and send them on out of there, though. First barrier going down. Whoa, it's actually going to be a misdirect there from Finny to get that power play here for the side of Bozo Bunch. Oh, Muffin Kui actually just so big. Steals that one away with the crooked leverage, dealing damage to Dropletto as well. They're trying to get a kill. Nice evade to avoid that path splitter here. Leo Leon's back, and this death touch could be exactly what we were talking about onto Dropletto.
Right, able to find it there, but still pumping out some damage. Turn to form to bring down their second barrier here. A nice quick leverage from Moffin, who's now pushing up, getting aggressive here up in the midfield. A lot of damage on the Leo Leon, though. Looks like they're going to be KO'd. Yeah, Dropletto able to pick that one up. Now it's another power play for Bozo Bunch. Hook resets, though, putting some damage onto I, forcing him to fall back just a little bit. You see Erasmus come back online now, just in time to stop that corner pressure. Flip here from Moffin. It's screaming out of there. That hot shot's can send this thing so fast. Overtime is Moffin time. Truly. Turn to form still. Trying to bring down this barrier. Dropletto's pretty hurt. Not able to capitalize on that damage, though. Trying to get it past Bread's. Core flip is burnt defensively. Clear that one out of there. Now hook resets with a strike war around Dropletto, but the pass splitter just going to send it right back.
Oh.
A death touch coming in, and there we go. That's that Deadeye extra spec. Leo Leon bringing Dropletto off the map. I's got a flip to buy some time. Winning some strike wars up the field, but Moffin a pass to Leo. Down to hook resets. Blocked by Obscure Bread's primary. And Dropletto is back online now. But Bozo Bunch in a dangerous situation. Dropletto getting the KO off the edge. A power play for Bozo Bunch here. They'll bring down the second barrier, and they're looking to score. Pass splitter in the bottom corner. Moffin sneaks it through, though. Just buys a few precious seconds here for Leo to come back online. Core flip from hook resets. Gets it onto the other side of the field now. Leo winning strike wars. Looking for the dribbles, but can't find a good shot to the goal. But his Muffin, with the rotation, gets into hook resets. Barely redirecting that one off the wall. An absolute dime there from hook resets. He kept the red speed momentum. And barely found the angle to get in the goal. That was beautiful.
Yeah, a heartbreaker there for your Obscure Breads. You know, you had strike shot there, but you thought you were just in melee position to make it happen. Whoa, nice size there from Leo Leon, keeping that barrier alive for just one more second, though, as they unfortunately end up losing it here. I actually had to sniff onto that pass with that barrage, but it actually went right through. It's going to be a power play here, though, as I does end up falling off the map. Obscure Breads not seem to do much more in this situation here, though, and they're going to take that point there nicely from that power play. Well-deserved point from RTF.
And now RTF, the ones in control again. I mean, this is probably just going to be another set 5.5 heater. This is an insane series so far. Cinema, you might call it. Perhaps a movie. But both sides battling extremely hard. Nice defense from both sides right there. Has no barriers getting traded on either interaction. But now it's Bozo Bunch with a nice barrage there from I. Finally able to get it past hook resets. Strike first on the barrier. Muffin slinging around the black hole. They'll get one. Core flip here from Breads to try and get it out, but Leo's still looking for that second shot. Muffin with the hook, the big finish out in the midfield, though. It's going to slow everything down. Now Leo Leon back on the defense here. Iron Drop Leto holding it to RTF side of the field. Good job of keeping up with the speed. The Death Touch, not quite enough range on that to KO I, but almost did. 2 flips available for RTF. Still trying to get the core off their side of the field right now, as I think Leo Leon's trying to brawl. Burns the flip, but it's Sad Boy's angle all the way from midfield. And Bozo Bunch will hang on to their barrier as we head into overtime.
Yeah, heartbreaker again there for Leo Leon, who actually finally found like the chink in the armor and just got it right on through the team. But you know, sometimes a shot too good is just too good, and it's terrible and it's bad. And you get the boys angle, and things are just rough in that spot. But yeah, overtime rolls over. We still have 2 of these barriers holding up here, though. Big finish comes out, a flip from Moff and Kui. They get, looks like a strike reset there as well. Topspin comes in there, safely holds the ball as well. One of the more valuable moves as a goalie, IMO. This crooked leverage is going to be huge. Okay, barrier does end up surviving that situation here, though. Barrage almost takes it here, though. Lots of core speed coming out right now. Black Hole shows up, Drop Leto pops it instantly, not trying to deal with any of that. A flip combo from Drop Leto is going to kill Leo Leon off the side there. That's going to be a tough defense here. Hook resets, nice redirect to get the ball on out of there. Trying to use the primary to hold some more time here, though. Muffin Kui gets the... Oh, didn't actually get the crooked leverage because of that flip. Really good flip from I to make sure that that was going down. And man, pressure from Drop Leto right on afterwards. It's going to make it so that they take that point. Again, well-deserved point here from Bozo Bunch.
Some points on the board here, and Breads still has a flip available. See if Return to Form can close this one out and bring it to a set 5, or if Bozo Bunch could just end the series with a few more scores. Nothing insane happening off kickoff these last 2 points. Both teams been very careful with their barriers. Breads gonna flip pretty early here, and they'll get one. I looking for a second with the barrage. They'll pick it up.
Nice barrage.
And now it's Drop Leto with a flip available. Pretty staggered. The Black Hole sends them flying, and Muffin with a crook leverage KOs the Asher with the flip still available. It's absolutely huge. Return to Form gets one barrier, and Leo Leon, the flip pendulum swing. They'll send them flying back in their goal box. Bang indeed. Leo Leon, the MVP. Return to Form are bringing this to a set 5.
Really wouldn't have it any other way. I loved the combo there. Hook resets getting so far in there, getting that flip, making sure that barrier gets hit. Leo Leon keeping that ball where it's supposed to be with their flip as well to keep it right in front of the goal and sends them on in there with that pendulum swing. Really great. That gets rewarded here with a little bit of stagger swagger. 1-2 punch onto the Finny, which is just a little bit more damage. It's just fine. I guess actually their second spark. That could be pretty meaningful here. Perfect form for now, which she'll hit a lot of targets there, so that might be acceptable. Muffin Kui grabs their second spark as well. All sparks off the board, of course. We are at the end of the line here. And Twin Drive for Drop Leto could make something happen here, but I'd say one of the less valuable Awakenings picked in this draft.
Now, you have the double spark on eye. I mean, this Kai is just running so fast this entire game. Absolutely wild, but Return to Form doesn't care. They'll bring down both barriers pretty quick here. A nice back pass from Leo Leon. Return to Form continue to possess the core here. Keep the pressure on Obscure Breads as long as possible. Dropletto has a flip available, but Leo Leon to the top side, pulls Breads out of the way, but isn't quite able to find the core. A missed strike there from Moffin does result in one lost barrier. Still holding on in this bottom side. Dropletto with the flip available, trying to push back up, but taking so much damage from Return to Form there, who are all extremely healthy. With the core, trying to get it past, but Leo Leon and Hook Reset, so just running all around wherever they need to be. Core flip here from Hook Reset sends it down to the bottom, right through
Nice.
Eye and the primary. It'll be a perfect shot for Return to Form as they'll take the first point in set 5.
Really good work there, making sure Dropletto really doesn't have any say in that point, keeping them staggered and knocking them around as the point is being secured nicely here. We're going to start off this next point here with a big flip, defensive flip to get that one out of there, trying to not risk any of these doubles here, as you do get doubled from Dropletto's flip there. That was really great timing. Okay, if I has a barrage here, this could be rough. Actually doesn't have any cooldowns, which is fine. These things happen. Okay, a double there from the opposing team. RTF keeping themselves in the game. Leo Leon just in perfect position to make it happen here. Though the black hole goes off once more. Leo Leon looking a little bit weak. Does end up grabbing that orb. And now Dropletto's kind of the one who's looking a little bit weak here. Could end up finding themselves in the grave here, causing a power play. The ball is just going to keep being kept forward here by Obscure Breads. They do end up finding Dropletto. Now the 2v1 commences here, absolutely, on Finny. All you need is just simply 2 strikes at the right time. She just doesn't have the tools to win these close combat situations, and 2v1ing her like that and overwhelming her is just quite perfect. And it's going to be, man, 2 points. 2 points here for RTF. They're close. Not done yet.
Well, it can be, well, not as it can be, but pretty darn close. RTF, though, are looking to send this one into a game 3. Be absolutely nuts, but Bozo Bunch still fighting hard. Dropletto with the first barrier has the cooldowns from the Demolitionist now. Red needs to rotate the court back around, but Leo Leon doing a good job outpacing back to the midfield. Hook resets. Pretty hurt here. As the healing, as the now, will be able to run back to the orb here as the Bozo Bunch looking to take over, but cleared out to the bottom side. Red's got rotated back around. Core flip burnt by Dropletto. It'll be a KO onto Leo Leon. They might be looking for more onto Hook resets if they can get some damage here, but they've already got the power play. Core flip here from Moffin. Able to get it past the barrier beam, a perfect shot. And Leo Leon is back online.
Ooh.
Immediately Pendulum swings. That procs the Deadeye, and Eye is off the field. A power play in return for Return to Form. Up to the top. Bread's trying to hold, but can't hold in the corner as Finny. And now Leo Leon a pass to Hook resets. Dropletto wins a strike war, though. And Eye is back online. An open goal. Bozo Bunch are trying to not let it all end here. Core flip from Dropletto gets the barrier, though. They have an opportunity. They're holding onto the core. Eye gets it through. Hook resets, and Bozo Bunch steal the point away. They'll stay in this set just a little bit longer.
That was really tight there. Good defense from Dropletto as well to help out Obscure Breads to make that one. Make it happen. Keep themselves alive. Next point commences here, as it's again still match, set, series point for RTF. Boys angle shows up. No barriers go down. 1 for the side of Bozo Bunch. Dropletto's already at no health at all. Eye is going to try to hold the midfield as long as they can. A flip here from Hook resets. A flip from Obscure Breads to make sure that the defense holds this one little barrier. Leo Leon's not done just yet, though. Moffin Curry gets the top spin. Doesn't have anything left. Okay, they lose both barriers, though, and it's going to be a power play, though, for the side of RTF. Leo Leon finds something onto Dropletto. The ball is kind of plummeting towards nothingness now, as we're going to have a little 2v1 action. They end up losing control of the ball. The power play over in literally 1 second. Back to grab it here is Dropletto. Now we have Hook resets, going to try to win this midfield interaction. Just get the ball to Leo Leon one more time. Get this flip onto that barrier, but Obscure Breads is also causing trouble all the way from the goal line. It's going to be a tough situation here to get it past Dropletto. He finally gets the flip and whiffs. Whiffs that flip. Keeps that barrier alive. An opposing defensive flip is going to be what keeps this one alive. Big finish, not angled perfectly enough to make it happen. Flip from Dropletto is actually going to knock Leo Leon out of the way. And this is just a really crazy point here for RTF, for Bozo Bunch. They're trying to keep themselves alive now.
And I might not be staying alive for very much longer. Leo's hunting for that angle. Moffin still with the flip available, sending it back in here, and Breads is holding on for this barrier for dear life right now. Moffin sends it in. Flip from Breads is blocked though, but the barrier won't be going down, but managed to hold on to it. Taking a lot more damage here from Leo. That's running back to the midfield. Little hunting for where Moffin's going to clear that, but with that red core, it's so difficult to find it. Finally in the corner, Moffin's got to burn the flip, sends it to Hook resets here, and they're pressuring the barrier, but Dropletto back just in time to save that one away. And now Leo Leon with the whiplash up, goes for the pendulum swing, finally gets it through, core flip on the line, but it's blocked by Bozo Bunch. All three members came back, now dribbling up the field, puts it in the corner here. Leo Leon catches it in time, the big finish comes out defensively. Dropletto with the flip available, just needs to get into the right spot. Passes down, core flip from midfield, blocked by the crook leverage from Moffin. And it rotates back around yet again. Finally, a KO getting picked up onto a power play for return to form. Card sending it back around. Moffin dribbling off the center. Pass down the hook. Resets to the bottom side. The pendulum swing from Leo finishes it out. And return to form will be bringing this to a game 3.
God damn.
Oh
this is
my.
crazy, dude. RTF, the willpower of the gods, just keeping themselves as alive as they could possibly be. Boy, you know that they are unleashing the sighs of relief upon the universe as they keep themselves alive in this one to try to make it into this playoffs. Man, this could be huge for this team. And it shall continue. We shall move on to Clarion Corp. And love Clarion Corp. Pretty fun map here. Let's check out some of these stats. Tons and tons of saves from a Moffin Kui, just being so big, able to get all over the place. Everything they hit counts as a perfect save. Being in the goal line is no problem here for the giant size of this Kazan. So much damage being put on by Obscure Breads and Dropletto. Leo Leon, even Hook resets. 37,000 damage on the now. Pretty incredible. Lots of kills being exchanged left and right. 300 redirects from the goalie, Moffin Kui. And of course, having their own 300 as the midfielder. So, I mean, that's how you know that this size Kazan was really getting on in there, making sure that all of these defenses hold. They held. They held and they succeeded. Really great work there from RTF. And it's going to be, oh boy, another game 3. It's pretty incredible. You know, cinema, Pog, you know, all the good stuff. We have one more really tough set to go here, and really one of these guys is going to walk away saying, bruh, if only I could strike the ball. We'll see what happens here, as Clarion Corp is going to start in just a moment.
I mean, it's insane that we get, you know, we don't see set 5.5 games that often, but the fact we got 2 in a row, and we're going to a game 3, this is, with all the implications on the line, winning in, losing out, like, there is so much at stake here. This is an insane series, and, like, I mean, it deserves to be so. Clarion Corp, I mean, the decider right here. It's going to be wild. I mean, anything goes for these two teams, either, right? Like, they can play core control, they can play damage. We saw a bit of a hybrid there. But they were just been going at it. They've been fighting in the trenches, just duking it out. It's been an insane series to be sure. So going into this final game, I mean, this might just be another long match. It might be a long night for the North American Strikers League. The night that never ended. The night that never ended. But yeah, we'll see. If this is another set 5.5 game, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, it would be crazy if it was.
I mean, bro, when you're down, it's just you just have more determination to win. I don't know what it is. This is in every game, bro. Every game when you're down, when the team is down, it's just you can't lose, and the universe won't let you lose, and you just bring it to a game 5, and everyone just is like, "Yo, this is insane. How come the other team didn't have the determination to keep the lead?" No one knows. No one knows how it always just makes it to a game 5, other than the players just being damn good. And Clarion Corp invites a lot of interesting situations here with the champions. Curious characters, you know, whatever you want to call them. They're characters. No, they're strikers. I'm stupid. They're strikers. It invites a lot of different strikers here. Turns out the game's Omega Strikers. It's weird. But invites a lot of different strikers here, like Juliet is what I want to bring up. Juliet is kind of like really great on this map and not really great on like Demon Days. So you wouldn't really pick her on a kill map like that, but you could pick her on a side lane map like Clarion Corp. So Dropletto probably wouldn't be too unhinged here to pick something like Juliet, as we do see that we have not prime time. We have rapid fire and we have spark of resilience here. We already see Kazan being banned. They're not trying to deal with that crap anymore. And again, fair. Love the Octavia ban. Love that one. Already now being picked for Bozo Bunch again. Got Rune. Okay, so Rune. This could be Rune. How good is Rune here? I think he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, on the rapid fire start on Clarion, I think Rune is pretty good here. I imagine this is Hook Resets playing in. I'm guessing Leo's back on the Rasmus. Though that could be the goalie pick as well. We'll have to see what the final one is. But we got now X Finny on the other side. Okay, it's Zentaro. So it's goalie Rasmus, Zentaro for Leo. Now, now Finny X is also really good. This is just Bozo Bunch playing into their strength, really. And Return to Form doing something kind of interesting with the Rune pick. This could turn out to go really, really well. I mean, we saw Gumi pilot the Rune pretty insane, but I mean, that's kind of a different story with demons and all that. But I think a lot of this is hinging on Hook Resets now. I think how good is this Rune? Is it going to be enough to really tip them over the edge? Because with how close these matches have been, every little thing is going to matter so much here. So we'll find out. I think that's going to be the X factor, the real difference maker here.
I could see that. I could see it. Having Rune start here with this rapid fire is also going to be like a lot of extra pillars here. I'm going to say that if we didn't have something crazy good for that's a really good. That's quite damn good for Rune. I'd say something like if we didn't have something as good as rapid fire, I'd agree with you like 600%. But I just agree with you 100% because it's like we'll have a lot of anomalies. There's going to be a lot of pillars. It's going to be kind of hard to cause any like super big mistakes here, but I will say that I think this game might rely on how good this Rune performs kind of period. You know, it's always like, oh, well, does my forwards get the kill? Is Dropletto going to get like a bull rush kill? Maybe. But like Rune is like Rune can kind of do it all, and he can kind of do nothing at the same time. He's just this like polarizing across the spectrum. I can do it all, but it's hard character. So I love Rune. I love seeing Rune. I love watching, playing, and everything about Rune. So we'll see what happens here, and also just a good map for Rune. Being able to close those side lanes with ease. You don't even really need like size creation to close side lanes with Rune, but it does help indeed. So big shoes to fill here with this Rune.
Yeah, and be Moffin on the Pauldron's Rasmus. Yeah, I Drop Leto and Leo Leon will be the three specking into Sparks here. Everyone else, of course, going for that rapid fire to get into our first point for all the money. Game 3 of the series. Winner makes it to playoffs. Loser is out of playoffs. Stakes have been set. Everything's been locked in. And now, just play better.
Yeah, the steaks are completely cooked now. We're currently being served our entree, and it depends on how you're going to tip your waiter here. I don't know how long I can go on with this, but we're going to have both barriers down for Bozo Bunch here. See this Rune. Try to get a pillar on in there. Doesn't seem to make it work here. Drop Little looking a little bit weak, though. Gets kind of flipped. Now totally staggered. They could be getting killed here, though. Muffin Kobe going to keep that one alive. Drop Little does... Oh, because Obscure Breads walked in to the Oni Blade. He was able to evade, but either way, lots of pressure there is going to be enough to get it through Obscure Breads. And it seems to be like a pretty classic thing where Obscure Breads has got a great Finny. And Finny's a pretty damn good character, but it's like, I guess I might just be like zeroing in on all the situations where she gets easily overwhelmed, and I'm like, could it have been Finny there? Maybe, but we'll focus on that later. That's like VOD review stuff.
Bozo Bunch striking back here with quick 2 barriers, and it'll just kind of float in. No, Moffin saves it. Nice death touch right at the last second. Core flip here from Eyes blocked, though. Hook resets with a pillar, leaves out a lot of options. This Core will just kind of float back to neutral here, but still 2 barriers up for Bozo Bunch. For the shot, Leo Leon's going to bring down the first one. Resets is pretty hurt here. A nice banish going to come out to buy a little bit of time. Will have to fall back. The midfielder still very staggered. Just Drop Leto with a flip available, pushing up, going to flip it on the line, just bull rush it right in. Not a lot RTF can do about that one. Bozo Bunch going to tie it up.
Nice. Dreploto actually just blasted hook resets out of the way. Could not defend anything from there. And easily sinks that one in there with that flip. Nice work there from Dreploto. Going to work on this next one. Onto the bouncy house here. Crazy map for the goalies. And basically everyone's just crazy all over the place. So you have a lot of interesting angles to get the ball right to your forwards. Put it onto the bottom side here, though. Mafinkui, no problem here defending this one away. Bull rushes Leolion into the wall, but doesn't end up getting a kill. These walls can result in some crazy kills as well if you knock people into it hard enough. It's going to be first barrier here for Bozo Bunch. Here, going to banish onto this now, who doesn't have a big health pool. Could be pretty susceptible to getting comboed here from this banish. Leolion flipping the ball right onto the opponent's barriers here, but nice defense from the team of Bozo Bunch. Going to keep that barrier alive when it looks a little bit bleak. Mafinkui going to send it right on over to hook resets. Uses the death touch and then whiffs the flip. It's a tough one for here. Mafinkui going to have both those barriers down though.
Core flip here from hook resets. Opens up both sides of the field. A little bit of a volley going on that Leolion's going to be able to win out on. So RTF bring it set point now. And the way this has been going, it's been to set 5, but whoever won set 1, I think, has won the game, right? Bozo won the first set in game 1, and RTF did it so in game 2.
Yeah, I think so.
So it'd be interesting if that trend actually continues.
Or perhaps if the trend was broken and no one knew.
That'd be crazy.
That would be pretty crazy here. Both barriers down, though, for RTF. Tough position here, though, as we're going to have Dreploto right on the front side here with that flip. Doesn't decide to use it just yet. Gets a kill on to hook resets. Rune's going to fall on in there. Dreploto cleans that one up with another nice flip here, though, saying that we're not out of this one yet. Obscure Breads has a flip of their own. Could possibly make a nice offensive play here on Project Expanse. Just going to make things a little bit awkward. Ooh, I like that. I like that kickoff there from hook resets too, to kind of blast it on back and then forward. Pretty cool.
And then
oh.
Nice banish from hook reset. Just kind of stalls the core out. There's a little bit here. A nice strike war though. Teleported back at the perfect time to find the double ding, and then gonna go off the center. It will get blocked here, but Bozo Bunch rather looking for the shot. Able to find it in the top corner, and will be Bozo Bunch taking set 1. Which, by our metrics, means they'll win the game. However, I can be the MVP. A lot of Mega Strikers left to play, though. Fight or Flight showed up on the board, and I don't think it's really an argument. I just going for the double rabbit there.
Yeah, again, pretty damn good awakening here, especially for now, who can also speed herself up. Just kind of like double benefit there from speed to just give her so much control over the map. Rasmus, of course, always taking things that give him size, give him damage, combos nicely with that powerhouse Pauldron. Spark for X. Spark was a starting awakening here, so going to combo super nicely there, as well as Leolion getting Spark of Agility. You can tell, I mean, Spark of Focus was chosen before Agility, so we can see that they definitely want cooldown a little bit more. Hook resets, cast to last, pretty damn good for Rune. Obscure Breads, Glass Cannon, good for Finny, good for goalie. So I'd say pretty solid awakenings all around here. I don't want to call anyone out, but definitely the last point of this game was hook resets could have improved as a player. No flame. Only constructive criticism. Smile.
Well, Bozo Bunch starting off strong here in this set. They'll get the barrier and some damage, but RTF, of course, going to return to the barrier of their own now as Bozo convert back onto their offense. Pass down to I. They'll pick up the second one. Open up that goal now. Breads. Banish onto I, though, does mean a little bit of a defensive issue. Hook resets has a flip available. 1v3 here. The triple take comes out, and they'll hold. I also going to burn a flip there. And the forwards have returned to form. Both very, very hurt. Managing to survive for now. Leolion with an Oni's Blade. Core flip from Breads. We'll get it out of there. Head into overtime. Leolion going to win the strike war, and that's both sides opened up now. A dash to the top side. Leolion able to sink it in. Good timing there and return to form. Strike first in set 2.
Really great work there. Getting that dash in, getting that strike quite nicely there from Leolion. Extra speed there on that Spark of Agility is going to do them wonders as well. Reset's going to take that ball to the top side here with Mafinkui. Going to try to push it on in as well. Could have possibly gotten a portal there. Okay, the teleport is going to come out. Okay, kind of knocks the ball into the opposing team. Going to lose a barrier in the process as well. Hook resets, grabs the I forget what it's called. Maelstrom. Maelstrom gets the Maelstrom orb there and gets a whole lot of extra power health and everything else that comes with it. A lot of neutral interactions coming out here, though only one barrier down from each team. Leon spends the ult to do a little bit of damage, try to control the ball a little bit more. Hookersets has control here on the top side. Leon on the bottom side, but can't get too much more. Everyone kind of going for the orb, and now Dropletto has it, which is one of the more dangerous strikers here to grab it. But they also are taking a ton of damage in return, but dealing it as well to Leon, who was just about going to fall off the map here, though, as X Maximus does just time out. Really close call. Gonna keep this barrier alive, though, Mafenkui with the determination to just survive this moment here, though. It's, of course, overtime's gonna make that a little bit more difficult here. Hookersets in a nice spot here to keep this one alive, and just, oh, a pixel away of saving that one. Just finds it perfectly in the bottom side nicely.
Tying it up still, the theme of the series, really. Going 1-for-1 constantly, so turn to form. I suppose looking to strike back in the shootout of a match. Double pillar be a little bit of miscommunication there on the Oni's blade. Goes on the bounce house map both sides. Bouncing it around, core flip from hook resets will find the first barrier after a bit of a volley there. And looking for the second one, Leon pushing up, forces Bread's flip. Killer can send it right back now. With the core dribbling up the field. Moffin gonna death touch that to steal it back away. Get it back around here to Leon. Resets as well, has the pillar set up, but some nice clears from Bozo Bunch. They will hold true. Leo with the strike war against Breads. And that's Bozo's side of the field opened up. Core flip from Moffin. Doesn't get too far. It's up to Dropletto now. Bellringer to dribble it. I think it's back down to Hook resets with the strike war win though. Can get back to Dropletto. That's one barrier gone. Nice. Core flip for the second one. And the X Maximus. And now both sides opened up as we head into overtime. Red's going to send it back into the middle here. Leon, a pass down. Hook resets, trying to recover, can't quite find it. It's back to Moffin here as with the flip available. Up in the goal box, burns it, but Moffin with a great save. Going to go to the shot to the top again, but off the pillar it goes to Dropletto. A bit of a ruined moment there. And Bozo Bunch will take the points. 2-1 now on set points. I mean, if they could win 2 in a row, it would be a miracle, right?
2 in a row would be a possible miracle here. Has that happened just yet? We'll have to find out here. Resets has the ball into the bottom side here, trying to get it onto Leon. Okay, knocking it against the expanse, and is going to do too much. Leo looking a little bit weak. Nice evade there, though, to also dodge that misdirection here. The big finish not going to result in too much more. Oh, the pillar is actually just kind of a strict negative in this spot, but they do end up surviving that situation here. Okay, trying to dribble it off the pillar as well, but has just about no control in this situation here with the kind of like a negative strike war situation. Often Curry just keeping this one alive with Dropletto right on the front side, and it's too much. There's a little too much pressure here from just the whole team here. Bozo Bunch just on the front side where they need to be. Skewbread's really helping here with those misdirections, and it's like, that's it. That's the second set right now. They have a lot of advantage here. Any sparks on deck? Indeed, there is one spark on deck. So, I mean, make your choice, right?
Might be a catalyst moment here as well. I's got a lot of options. It's going to be explosive entrance for the speed. Seems pretty good here. Will be Size going over to Muffin, though. As Dropletto able to pick up the third spark here. Stagger cooldown power for X is terrifying. And now Dropletto's got all three. Leo able to get the catalyst as Happy Star goes to Bread, and Missile Prop here. 4 hook resets. A really good draft, specifically for Bozo Bunch. I'll have to see. Dropletto might become a problem here.
Yeah, I do. It's really interesting pick here. The Missile Prop from hook resets has a lot of potential upside here, though. I do think that it's possible that Twin Drive could have maybe been a slightly more consistent pick here with how things are going. Just having a second cooldown in a lot of situations might have helped, but the Missile Prop can do things that some other things simply cannot. So we'll see if they get any sort of long-range banishes here that'll shut me the heck up, as both barriers, actually all barriers in the game, are currently down for this point here, though, helping keep the pressure of Obscure Breads with that misdirect. Keeping that front with the strike shot as well. Leon does have flip. They're going to try to... That's a little far range here, though. They don't get a super great angle. Again, kind of a midfield flip there, though, from Dropletto, but almost had a pretty sweet angle. Muffin Kui on that one, though, to keep it alive. Leon has the ball, but possibly no cooldowns just yet. Here comes the Oni Blade combination with the Eye Rush, but it's not going to do wonders just yet, though. Hook resets, trying to retrieve the ball, not quick enough just yet, though. And man, it's going to be a kill and a power play here for Bozo Bunch. How long can they stall? Can they stall 14 seconds? It's going to be big.
It's going to be tough. Moffin with the flip, but Dropletto rushing in to win the strike war. And Bozo Bunch now finally taking commanding lead for the first time in this series. They have a real chance of just ending this 3-0, which would be huge. Well, huge for me to not destroy my voice, right? But
True. No one ever talks about this.
yeah, no one ever talks about it. This has been a long series. This has been a long series here. But return to form, I mean, we've seen them make the comeback before. They could absolutely do it. Dropletto, though, will pick up the first KO. And the power play for Bozo Bunch.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of really good awakenings have been exchanged onto the board, but I mean, we're looking at triple spark frame 1 for Dropletto here. X, one of the more deadly characters to just have overall scaling here. And it's just super powerful, 190 power, a lot of extra cooldown here, and almost immortality with like 3,000 stagger or something. Yeah, it is, 2,900 stagger right there. And it's just like, I mean, look at that. Grabs the orb, punches you in the literal face, and now things are just so awful if you're the side of RTF. It's just so much pressure. Dropletto about to spend this flip, does spend it, but does not seem to hit the ball, grab the barrier here, but does a lot of damage. Okay, Obscurebread's nicely keeping that barrier alive as well. Moffin nicely using some cooldowns to keep this one alive. Aya Rush as well to keep this alive. Obscurebread's had nothing but the grace of gods keeps that barrier as well. Okay, the pillars are being a little awkward here, but Obscurebread's... I'm sorry, Hook Resets was keeping control of it as well. Okay, get that anomaly on up to Leon, who waits too long, gets blasted out of the way from Eye's flip as well. Obscurebread also has flip, keeps this one alive too. Man, one barrier still held from both teams right now. Leon looking at just about nothing. That was almost a perfect triple take, by the way, to get Leon on out of there, but they're going to survive one more time. Hook Resets, grabs the Maelstrom Orb. Now super powerful here. Muffin Kobe keeps it alive, but just long enough to lose it, in fact, and it's really tough here as... Okay, we actually have Obscurebreads losing their barrier too. It's just... Oh, it's just calamity right now.
Both sides opened here, and the orb coming up again. Been a hot contest at this point for Dropletto and Leon. And some flips available here.
Oh my god.
I mean, winning the strike ward here, actually. I do not even the strike ward, just hits it with the secondary. Able to just sneak it in. I don't think anyone thought that that was going in. But I made it happen. And they got Moffin's flip here as well, which is absolutely massive. So this is Bozo Bunch on series points, playoff spot points.
Yeah, Bozo Bunch is looking quite large right now, and perhaps they are indeed in charge here. One final point to go. So much mountain to climb here if you're RTF, but they have the power to do it. They're just in a really tough situation right now. They just have to think their way through this situation here, though. Hook Resets is looking at just about 0 health there, stuck in the sludge for just a moment. Grabs an orb. Both players grabbing an orb. Keeps it alive there with the anomaly as well. A flip from Eye, sending it back into the Sentry Drone, and Dropletto does clean up that final barrier, and now it's just one goal, one dream here. If you're the side of RTF, keep this alive as long as you can, and it's just going to be good gameplay here. Hook Resets is working on a flip that could be just good enough to keep this one alive. Both barriers still held by Bozo Bunch, and it's just feeling slightly more and more hopeless as we have overtime showing up. A nice flip from Hook Resets to keep that one alive. Takes a barrier here. Barriers go down a little bit easier in overtime, so it's not impossible for RTF to bring this back.
Score flip pass from Breads here. Eye with the secondary. It's just enough to sneak it past. The overtime speed just too much for Moffin to catch it. And Bozo Bunch, they claim victory in Game 3, the only 3-0 of the night there. And they will be going to the playoffs and return to form. Their season will end here. Wow, I mean, what an insane series.
That was...
all around. It's crazy that it ended like that. Wow.
Yeah, unexpected 3-0 there, but... I will say, RTF did have a pretty solid season, though, playing right out till the end, had a great chance of playoffs with a pretty much a brand new team. I mean, I'm not entirely sure of all the lore here, but this team was, like I said, it's kind of an amalgamation of like a bunch of good players from other teams, and now they came together and made like a pretty solid run here, though. Just great players all around, just a good roster, and got really close. Got really close. Good season for them, and maybe we'll see them again in the next one here though, and maybe they'll have some new ideas. They'll have something crazy for us next time. But indeed, Bozo Bunch will be moving on into the playoffs for real this time. And it's like this team has been pretty good. You know, Forgot was on the team. I think it was last season and maybe season even before that. And now it's been Obscure Breads, Dropletto, and I working it out here though. Obscure Breads being like a main factor in the team this season. So really great additions to each of these teams. The rosters played hard. And what can I say other than a real GG's from that one though? I mean, damn, Bozo Bunch really came out to play that last game though. That was pretty dominant.
Yeah, absolutely. They locked in for sure, but I mean a crazy a run there, but Bozo Bunch gonna have their chance now in the playoffs with other big names, Demons, Showtime.
Mhm.
They'll be right there. It's shaping up to be so far the roster pretty similar to last season's playoffs, but we still have plenty of Omega Strikers to go. Cosmic Calamities though, that's the big one that is the new team. So
Right.
either way, this is gonna be an insane playoffs. No matter what, the cup can kind of go to anyone. So it's absolutely awesome to see. So that's those two series coming up next. Bun Bun Bonanza versus Cosmic Calamities, and Bang Bang versus EKC, and final match of the night, Modern Magic versus Sad Boys. That's also an important one for playoffs and for seeding. So we'll be taking a few minute break, and when we come back, we'll have plenty more of the final week of North American Strikers League.